Alright, what's going on, guys? We're doing the Sanctum Ophidia trial today. So, I know you guys see this a lot on the channel, but honestly, it's one of the easiest ones to do. And it's like one of the more straightforward ones, so if we have like new players, it's kind of easy to understand it. So, I'm going to treat this video like a guide video, so I'll try to explain what to do, just in case this is your first time. So, hopefully I don't die and embarrass myself. Oh, we started. Okay, then. So this is the first boss, the tank. He's in the front. Everyone else standing in the back. The boss does a triple slam. You either want to like avoid that, or hopefully your healer is good. Other than that, everyone stands on the back or the side and just burn it. Nothing really too complicated about this one. You could avoid that slam, but not always the easiest thing because there's so much stuff going off on the ground. You literally just don't want to stay in the front of it. Always stay in the back or the side, or you can get one-shotted essentially. Try to watch out for your buffs and like cooldowns, just so you know when to reset. If you're playing this on console, just look for small commands, which I know might be difficult because there's 12 people, everyone's spamming attacks and whatnot, and that's a little bit difficult to do, so keep that in mind. Other than that, the first boss I've noticed, it only drops like helmets and chest pieces, and the final boss is usually everything else. Oh god, that's terrible.
No one will.
That set, I honestly don't even know if anyone uses that. Cherno Yokata or Yokita. I'm pretty sure that's a tank set only. Try to pick up shards at all times. Free resources essentially. Whenever you see an enemy die, if you are a Templar, always repentance. If someone else does it, but you're gonna need a lot of resources. Some of these bosses actually take a while depending on how good your team is, so if they're not good, fights could go on for a while. If not, then just you're good to go. The poison on me right now, sometimes it affects everyone. You'll see it like a red circle. You either want to self-heal or stay near a healer. You don't know what you're doing. Alright, so this is the bridge area, the second zone. There's going to be some ads coming over here first. You burn these and then cross the bridge. So the number one priority is everyone wants to take out the overchargers. I'll mark it real quick. 4 is broken. There it is. Overchargers, if they actually overcharge, they do quite a lot of damage and makes it harder for your healers. And since everyone who runs it, since this is 12-man, usually most people or groups run 2 healers, 1 tank, the rest DPS, or sometimes 3 healers, but just optimal is 2, and you should be good to go. And yeah, I would say our party is very solid right now, I hope. So on the side, you see these banners. That's where the overchargers spawn. This is how you know who's done this dungeon and who hasn't, if they've run right past it. And then usually I like to toss caltrops down over here because the troll is coming at you and sometimes your team may not kill it as fast, so they get stunned. And it gives your team a few extra seconds to burn everything down. So I know it's hard to see the ground because literally everything is red and poison, but right here is another overcharger, where they might have pulled it already. Always watch your main resource. Of course, there's more ads coming over here. You want to slow them down while they finish the burn. And then just kill everything in the path. So once we get to the boss, there's multiple ways of doing this. Depending on how good your team is, you'll find out really quickly how good people's DPS is just by like looking at everything. So you want to slow it again. Usually most people run caltrops, so you don't always have to be the one using it, just in case you are first in line. It's always good to sit down. Alright, so here comes the boss. It's a Stonebreaker. The tank usually aggroes it, everyone pulls back. There's a way to cheese it. If you bring the boss only to the bridge, then there are 5 overchargers that won't follow you. But if you just, like, everyone rushes it, there'll be 5 extra overchargers. So your healers have to be very good. And then obviously, for the actual boss, you want to stay in the back. And obviously your tank is the only one in the front. And then hopefully your healers are good at this point. Otherwise, you just burn. So here are the overcharges. Once they actually power up full, my health is going to be dropping significantly. So I think it's starting to spin up, but our DPS is very good. Stash of IA, that's pretty good. The best trait you could possibly get is the vines. But Infallible Aether is very something.
I see true blood has thinned in the modern era.
Heck?
You will die for this.
Oh, that
I
glitched.
promise you.
Okay, so the way this works is you see there are 2 switch. 2 people have to pull them at the same time. Or you could just, it's on a timer, so you have to open them really quickly. Oh god, lag. Now it doesn't really matter which way you run, left or right, it takes you to the same spot. Then there's a lever right there. And right here, that opens this door, which everyone goes up. Open the fucking thing. Shit. Dude. I hate everyone. So left, the original thing you want to do is run up the stairs and kill this thingy first. And then go through it. So this part's the easy one. Then there's like Serpent Priest. They need to fix their rewards for this. I love getting 1 gold from like a 1 million health enemy. Isn't that great? Add spawn over here. Alright, so what's next is 2 people have to pull the levers. 1 lever on that side and 1 lever on the top of that side. And then once people pull, you just go through the door. But I think there are enemies here. I never really go up because people just take them out really quickly. It's not really a big deal. So that's dead. So 2 people pull the levers and then the door opens in the center and everyone just goes there. Usually you try not to run just because you're going to need all the stamina you can, especially if you are a stamina user. In this part, you want to run past everyone and go up the stairs, which you'll see me do in a second. So, oh, they're just killing another troll. You don't need me. Where did those come from? I guess once you open the door, they spawn or something. Alright, so everyone runs past it and goes up the stairs. Literally just skip everything and go up the stairs. Or you could kill them over here, because that works too. Oh god, 16 FPS. I don't even know if I'm hitting anything right now. I think I am. Our team is pretty solid, DPS wise anyway. Overcharges are top priority. So now we go through here. They're going to be ads who spawn right there. All 3 doors opened at the same time. So there's going to be a couple-minute fight. And obviously you take out the overcharges first. One priority. I like to target it just so people know like what to attack first. Stand in it and steal tornado or AoE it down, doesn't really matter. If you're the guy with lightning on, you generally want to stay away from everyone else because it does AoE. There's an overcharger over there, which is kind of bad, but we're all kind of in this room, so it doesn't really follow you. If you don't aggro both doors at the same time, it's fine. Person of the poison, or not the poison, the electricity, just get away from me, get away from everyone. Mark the overcharger. You get a lot of garbage from this. The only thing people really want is the VO jewelry, IE jewelry, Infallible Aether, which was this thingy. The set is really good, so that's why people want that one. Okay, well, I'll pull the lever then. So next set, run up the stairs, run all the way upstairs. Or I don't know what they're gonna do. I assume they're gonna run. It's always different with different groups, but the best way is to pull everything together and burn it. Instead of having multiple waves, it's better to just pull everything at once. Because our team DPS is pretty solid. kind of just die. Alright, so we go here. The reason why is because there's some dialogue as well. And then it opens doors from here and here. And then in the front. So it gets pretty crazy. Overcharger, take him out first. Stuns down and just small dots. Maybe I shouldn't stand right there by myself. Try to get resources as much as possible for your group. So like every time you see an enemy die, switch to your bar and repentance. Literally like 5 to 10% for everyone. But I think we have a couple of people running it, so I don't have to worry about it too much. There's a few overchargers. It's pretty easy to spot them. They look different from the other ones, and just look at their flag. That's the best indication I can give you. The one with the little like triangle thingies on it. That's how you know it's an overcharger. People are running repentance, so I don't have to always worry about it. We're good. Try to activate synergies if possible. Common sense. Bonus damage is always good. I think I got their IE. I might put that IE piece on my healer and switch it to more deeps. Alright, so both of these are good. We need someone to pull the lever. All this is poison. It does hurt you, so that's why our healers have to be on point at all times. So we're coming up to the third boss right now. Everyone just wants to stack it. Since we have solid DPS, we just burn the boss. Because ain't no one got time for ads. And drop, go, stand behind it. It's better if we all stack. There are overchargers here. But if we just do that, pin. So what the boss does is pins a few people. And you have to actually pay attention to your surroundings. Not only because there's like fire and lightning everywhere, but some people get pinned. That means they're immobile, can't attack, so that just lowers DPS. You want to get people up as much as possible. And when you see the remove bolt, that's when you know. So I'm not sure what this boss actually drops in terms of gear. You get a purple guaranteed, but I don't know. Like the first boss was chest pieces and helmets. This one is probably like gloves or something. I have no idea. Pants. All right, so 3 more rock fighter trolls drop here. Rock keeper. Burn them. So we got one more big pack of ads, and then we come to the final boss. We're about 19.5 minutes in. That means we're doing really good. I would say the average clear time for a decent party is 30 minutes. But I think we'll do it in under like 27. So this is the final pack of ads you fight before the final boss. Overcharger. What they're doing. laggy. This is what happens when 12 people kill the same things at once, spamming AoEs and whatnot. It gets nuts. Viper boots, those are pretty bad. The only Viper piece that's worth anything is probably jewelry and weapon. So here comes the final boss. I assume 90% of the people here will have like poison on them. What you want to do is run into the water. I think that works. I'm not 100% if it clears, because sometimes I've done it. If not, always let the tank go in first. Doesn't always work.
You have come far.
Oh, he's aggroed. Alrighty then. So this is the boss. It's actually really simple. It's probably one of the easiest but most time-consuming ones. The way it works is it focuses the boss, it turns into a couple phases, drops down beneath the ground, and then the tank taunts it over and over. Everyone just stands behind and burns it. Occasionally there will be a few ads that spawn, nothing really too crazy. Most of the time people just ignore it. It does a thing where it summons a totem with healing. It heals the final boss, but don't really worry about it unless you're really doing like negative damage, which in case he like regains more than he loses, kill it. But if for some reason you made it here with really low DPS, I have no idea. So just look at the boss's health drop. You can like literally watch it go down. It's kind of cool watching other people do it. I've noticed just because it's like, oh, how cool is that? Like, look how fast things die and whatnot. So you really shouldn't die to this boss, assuming your tank is slightly above average. As long as he pays attention to the visual cues and watches things. So the Manticore, usually people like to kill this one because it does occasionally does a slam, knocks everyone out of position. So this is the only one like really worth killing. Tank, oh god, everyone's white. Rip tank.
Die with your people.
He's actually gaining more than he's losing now. That was a really bad time for people to do that. I knew something was wrong when the boss started getting out of his circle. And it's like, wait a second. That's not normal. So then it just backed up. Usually if you're in the middle of the fight, it's kind of hard to pick people up. Except when we had an incident like that when literally 7 people wiped. So, yeah. Going for personal no death run, but that said, our team was pretty good. I liked it. 24-minute clear. Technically it's dead, even though you still have to like, hit it a few times. It's not technically over. You don't really have to do anything, but apparently it takes like 10 extra seconds. Dies. No! No! I got it, but precise sucks. If you get sharpened, it's like an instant 100,000 gold more.
He will
but
never
precise.
return to this plane. His attention will wander elsewhere. We should depart.